road is quiet under fading light. The sky is turning soft and blue. I watch the town disappear behind me, like a dream I almost knew. The windows hold the last warm colors of a place I had to leave. And somewhere between missing and moving, I finally start to breathe. Good moments always leave too soon, like daylight slipping from the room. I'm on the way back tonight, with a quiet heart and tired eyes. Not ready to let go, but learning how time flies. I carry what I cannot keep, like sunlight folded in my hands. I'm on the way back tonight, trying to understand. The music plays a little softer than it did when I arrived. Maybe leaving makes things clearer. Maybe endings feel alive. There's comfort in the gentle distance. There's sadness in the glow. The further that the road keeps taking me, the more I feel it show. Some places change us quietly and let us leave eventually. I'm on the way back tonight, with a quiet heart and tired eyes. Not ready to let go, but learning how time flies. I carry what I cannot keep, like sunlight folded in my hands. I'm on the way back tonight, trying to understand. Maybe nothing really ends. Maybe it just finds a place somewhere underneath the skin, somewhere time cannot erase. Maybe I don't need to stay to know it mattered more. Maybe every leaving opens a different kind of door. I'm on the way back tonight, but something stays behind. A little peace, a little ache, a softer state of mind. I carry what I cannot keep and let the rest turn into air. I'm on the way back tonight, but part of me is there. The night begins to fall, and I return with more than I left with, even if I can't name it all. I take one last look through the window at a place I won't see again. The sky is fading into deeper blue, like it's slowly closing in. The road begins to pull me further from everything I knew tonight. But something in that quiet distance still holds a gentle light. I don't need to stay to feel what this became. This is the last view from the window before it fades away. I hold it in the silence, I don't need it to stay. I'm not trying to keep it, I'm not trying to hold. This is the last view from the window, and it's already cold. The coastline bends into the darkness, the lights begin to blur. Everything feels like a memory, even while we're still here. I let the moment soften slowly without trying to rewind. Some things are only beautiful because they don't stay in time. Nothing has to last to mean something real. This is the last view from the window before it fades away. I hold it in the silence, I don't need it to stay. Maybe I don't need to return to feel what I felt tonight. Maybe the memory is enough to keep the feeling bright. This is the last view from the window, and I let it go, not as something I've lost, but something I now know. The road continues on, and I don't look back.
No one speaks inside the evening. The air is soft, the window cold. I lean my head against the silence, watching distant colors fold. The day we had is slowly closing, like a book beside the bed. All the laughter, all the walking, still repeating in my head. I don't wanna call it over, I don't wanna call it gone. This is a quiet return, not a goodbye, not a fall, just the feeling of leaving after having it all. This is a quiet return, with the sky turning blue. I'm going back to my life, but I'm different because of you. The road signs pass like quiet questions. The headlights bloom and disappear. Everything feels slightly distant, everything feels strangely near. The world I knew is waiting somewhere, with its ordinary sound. But I'm bringing back a softer heart than the one that left this town. Some nights don't need an answer, some roads don't need a name. This is a quiet return, not a goodbye, not a fall, just a feeling of leaving after having it all. This is a quiet return, with the sky turning blue. I'm going back to my life, but I'm different because of you. Maybe returning is not losing, maybe home can change its shape, maybe all the roads behind us leave a light we can't erase. Maybe I am not the same now, maybe that is something good. Maybe I can miss a moment and still leave like I should. This is a quiet return, with a heart that understands how to let a moment leave without dropping it from my hands. This is a quiet return, a soft and steady glow. I'm going back to my life, but I'm taking this road. The night grows calm around me, the wheels keep turning slow, and somewhere in the leaving I find a way to let go.
The town lights fade behind the window, one by one into the dark, like tiny lanterns in the distance, still glowing in my heart. I didn't think I miss it this much, a street I barely knew, but every quiet place I passed through now feels like part of you. The road is soft, the night is wide, I let the silence sit beside. Fading town lights carry me slow through all the feelings I don't show. I'm leaving now, but not completely. Some things follow where we go. Fading town lights, gentle and low, teach my tired heart to know that every place we leave behind can still become a home. A station sign, a closed cafe, a balcony with no one there. All the little things I noticed now remain suspended in the air. The sky above is getting darker, the engine hums beneath my feet, and somehow in this quiet leaving, the memory feels complete. Not everything is meant to stay, some beauty has to drift away. Fading town lights carry me slow through all the feelings I don't show. I'm leaving now, but not completely. Some things follow where we go. Fading town lights, gentle and low, teach my tired heart to know that every place we leave behind can still become a home. Fading town lights disappear, but leave your warmth somewhere near. I won't turn around forever, but I'll carry what was clear. Fading town lights, soft and far, like a quiet falling star. You are smaller in the mirror, but still living where you are. The town becomes a memory, the road becomes a song, and I keep moving gently with the feeling all night long. Somewhere between leaving and staying, I feel the quiet shift. Not fully gone, not fully here, just floating in between it. The road hums softly underneath, like it understands that I'm not ready to let go, but I'm loosening my hands. There's a space where nothing breaks, where nothing needs to end. Between leaving and staying, I finally find a place where I can breathe without losing my mind. I don't have to choose it, I don't have to know. Between leaving and staying, I can just let it flow. The window shows a moving world, but I remain the same, watching everything pass by without needing a name. The past is still behind me, the future's still unclear, but in this gentle middle ground, everything feels near. Not everything is certain, but everything is calm. Between leaving and staying, I finally find a place where I can breathe without losing my mind. Maybe this is where I needed to understand the flow, that not every ending hurts, that not everything must go. Between leaving and staying, I learn to let it be, not holding on too tightly, not losing everything in me. And I stay in between. And I stay in between. The road is soft beneath the tires, the night is calm and wide. There's no rush in how we're moving, there's no need to hide. Every mile feels like a whisper. Every turn feels slow, like the road itself is helping teach me how to go. This isn't a sudden ending, this is something kind. Soft roads, slow goodbye, nothing breaks tonight. Everything just gently fades into soft delight. I don't need to fight it, I don't need to try. Soft roads, slow goodbye, and I'm alright. The town is gone behind the hills now. The sky is almost dark, but something in the quiet distance still leaves a mark. Not a sharp or aching feeling, not something I can name, just a quiet understanding that I won't be the same. Change doesn't have to hurt to feel real. Soft roads, slow goodbye, nothing breaks tonight. Everything just gently fades into softer light. Maybe endings can be gentle, maybe they don't have to fall. Maybe they can just become a quiet part of all. Soft roads, slow goodbye, and I let it be. Not losing what I had, just carrying it with me. The road keeps moving, and so do I. The road stretches out before me, but I slow my breathing down. Like if I move a little gentler, I won't fully leave this town. The sky is fading into nothing, the colors disappear, but something in the quiet motion still keeps it close, still near. I'm moving forward slowly, but I'm not ready yet. The road knows I'm not ready. It carries me with care, not pulling me too quickly, not leaving me nowhere. I'm still holding on to something that I don't wanna lose. The road knows I'm not ready, but it lets me choose. The headlights draw a moving line across the silent night. Every second feels suspended between wrong and right. I don't wanna go back, but I don't wanna go on. I just wanna stay inside a moment that is gone. There's no place for I'd try anyway. The road knows I'm not ready. It doesn't rush the night. It lets me keep the feeling just a little longer inside. Maybe I don't need to decide if this is loss or peace. Maybe I can sit inside the space between release. The road knows I'm not ready, but it keeps me safe, moving just enough forward at a gentle pace. And I follow quietly. The same song plays through the speakers, but it doesn't feel the same. Every note feels softer now, like it forgot my name. The rhythm isn't pulling me the way it did before. It's just sitting in the background, like a memory on the floor. Nothing changed, but everything did. The music feels different now, like it understands that I'm somewhere in between what I lost and what I planned. It doesn't try to lift me, it doesn't try to stay. The music feels different now and slowly fades away. I used to follow every line, every beat, every sound, but now it feels like something that I don't need around. Not because I don't feel it, but because I do, in a way that doesn't need to be loud or true. I don't need to hold it tight to know it's there. The music feels different now, and I let it be. Not something I escape into, but something inside me. Maybe I became quieter, maybe I became still. Maybe I don't need to chase what I already feel. The music feels different now, and I understand some feelings don't need sound to exist within my hands. And I turn it down slowly. passes through the window like a slow and silent wave. Everything outside is moving, but I stay inside this space. Lights stretch into soft reflections across the glass and air, and every passing second feels lighter than before. I don't need to follow it, I can just remain. The night is passing through the window and I let it go. Every light and every shadow moves too soft to hold. I don't try to stop it, I don't try to see. The night is passing through the window and through me. The city fades into abstraction, shapes and colors blur. Nothing feels completely distant, nothing feels too sure. I rest inside the motion without needing control, like the world is flowing gently through a quiet soul. Everything is passing and that feels okay. The night is passing through the window and I let it go. Every moment, every feeling moves too soft to hold. Maybe nothing is meant to stay, maybe that's the truth. But something in the passing still leaves a quiet proof. Quiet understanding. I think I'm halfway back to somewhere, but I don't know where that is. The road feels less like leaving now, more like something I might miss. The distance doesn't feel as heavy as it did before, like I've accepted something I couldn't face before. Not fully gone, not fully there. I'm halfway back to somewhere that I used to know, but I'm not the same person that left it long ago. I carry something softer, something I can't name. I'm halfway back to somewhere, but nothing feels the same. The night is settled deeper now, the sky is almost still. The road continues quietly without a need need oil. Everything feels balanced between loss and peace, like something inside me has finally found release. I don't need to rush it, I don't need to arrive. I'm halfway back to somewhere, and I let it be. Not trying to become who I used to be. Maybe back is just a word that doesn't really fit. Maybe I'm just moving forward through something infinite. I'm halfway back to somewhere, but I understand it's not about the place, it's about who I am. And I keep going. I didn't notice when it changed. It happened quietly, somewhere between the moving lights and all the air I breathe. The weight I carried all this time feels softer in my chest. Not gone, but not as sharp. Not something I can't rest. Nothing disappeared, but something shifted here. I don't feel as heavy now, not like I did before. I'm not trying to escape it, I'm not fighting anymore. It's still inside me somewhere, but it doesn't pull me down. I don't feel as heavy now, and that's enough somehow. The thoughts still come and pass me by, but they don't stay as long. They don't build into a storm. They don't feel as strong. There's space between the moments now. There's air inside my mind, like I can let things come and go without leaving myself behind. I don't need to hold it to know it's real. I don't feel as heavy now, and I let it be. Not something I fixed, but something released in me. Maybe healing isn't loud. Maybe it's a breath, a quiet kind of understanding of everything that's left. I don't feel as heavy now, and I don't ask why. I just sit inside the softness and let the feeling lie. And I breathe easier. The road feels softer than before, less sharp, less defined. Like it's not pulling me forward, but walking by my side. The lights don't rush past anymore, they move in quiet lines, like everything has slowed itself to match what's in my mind. Nothing pushing me ahead, nothing pulling me behind. The road feels softer now, like I can finally stay inside each passing moment without slipping away. I don't need to chase it, I don't need to run. The road feels softer now, like everything is one. Gentle, like a steady breath, not something that I follow, but something I accept. The night is no longer heavy, it feels open and wide, like I can rest within it without needing to hide. I don't need to feels softer now, and I let it be. Not a place I'm escaping, but somewhere holding me. Maybe nothing changed outside, maybe it's just me, seeing things a little clearer, letting everything be free. The road feels softer now, and I understand it was never about the road, it was about my hands. Letting go. Letting go. Nothing needs to be said tonight. The silence is enough. There's no need to explain, there's no need to be tough. The air feels calm and steady, the world feels far away, like everything I carried has slowly lost its way. Fill the space, I don't need to try. Nothing needs to be said, nothing needs to stay. Everything I felt before can gently fade away. I don't need an answer, I don't need a sign. Nothing needs to be said and I feel fine. The lights outside keep moving, but I don't follow them. I stay inside the quiet without needing to pretend. Every thought feels lighter, every breath feels slow, like I've stepped into a moment where I don't need to know. Not everything needs was the answer I was looking for, not in words or understanding, but in something more. Nothing needs to be said, and I'm not afraid of the stillness in my chest, or the space it made. I stay there. And I stay there. I think I'm almost back to somewhere, but it doesn't feel the same. The road is still in front of me, but I don't feel the same. The night is slowly thinning, the sky begins to change, and everything I'm feeling now feels quite soft and strange. Not lost, not found, just somewhere in between. Almost back, almost still. I don't need to know where I'm going anymore, or where I need to go. I'm just here inside this moment, letting everything be. Almost back, almost still, that's enough for me. The distance doesn't pull at me, the past doesn't hold. Everything feels balanced now between the warm and cold. The road no longer feels like leaving, or something I must chase. It just feels like something that gently holds my place. I don't need to define what this moment. Almost back, almost still, and I let it stay. Not trying to hold it, not pushing it away. Maybe I don't need to arrive to feel like I belong. Maybe being here right now is where I've been all along. Almost back, almost still, and I understand not everything needs a meaning to feel like a plan. And I stay in that feeling. I know this road will end somewhere. I know I'll step back into everything I left behind, to everything I've been. But something in this quiet night has settled like a softness I can keep even after all the rest. It doesn't need a place, it doesn't need a name. I'll carry this quiet with me even when I go through every crowded moment, through everything I know. It's not the road or distance, it's not the fading view. I'll carry this quiet with me like something true. The sky is slowly turning from dark to something light, but I don't feel it ending, I just feel it shift tonight. The silence doesn't leave me, it changes where it stays, from something all around me to something that remains. I don't need to hold it to know it's still here. I'll carry this quiet with me even when I go through every passing second, through everything I know. Maybe nothing really leaves, maybe it just grows into a softer version of something that we know. I'll carry this quiet with me, and I won't forget how the night once held me without regret. And that is enough. The night follows me home in the way I breathe, in the space between my thoughts, in the quiet I keep. Even as the sky grows lighter, even as I move, something in the dark remains. In everything I do, it doesn't disappear, it just changes form. The night follows me home like a quiet friend, not something I escape from, but something I extend. It stays inside my silence, it stays inside my view. The night follows me home and feels like something new. The road becomes familiar, but I don't feel the same. Everything looks closer now, but softer in its frame. The noise doesn't feel as loud, the rush doesn't feel as strong. Like I brought a piece of stillness that I've had all along. I don't need to return to who I used doesn't hesitate. The night follows me home, and I understand it was never far away. It was always in my hands. Morning doesn't feel so loud like it used to be. It arrives in softer colors, in a gentler kind of way. The world is waking slowly, but I don't feel the rush. Like I'm still inside the quiet, like everything is hush. Nothing breaks the silence, nothing pulls me out. Morning doesn't feel so loud, and I'm still here, holding on to something that feels calm and clear. I don't need to run into it, I don't need to move. Morning doesn't feel so loud, and I don't have to prove. The light falls on the pavement, the city starts to breathe, but I'm still carrying the night in everything I see. The calm stays in my chest, the stillness stays in place, like I've learned how to exist without losing my space. I don't need hurry, I don't need to try. Morning doesn't feel so loud, and I understand. It's not about the moment, it's about where I stand. Maybe I don't need to change the world I'm walking through. Maybe I just needed a softer point of view. Morning doesn't feel so loud, and I let it be, a continuation of the night that still lives in me. And I move slowly. Nothing was lost tonight, it was just left behind, like a place I walked through once, still living in my mind. The road didn't take it from me, time didn't erase. It simply became something that I don't need to chase. Not everything we leave has to disappear. Nothing was lost, just left behind in a quiet space where I can return to it without needing a place. It's still inside my memory, still inside my view. Nothing was lost tonight, just something I outgrew. The night didn't vanish, it changed into a trace. Something soft and steady that I don't need to replace. The feeling doesn't hold me, but it doesn't fade. It becomes a part of me in a quieter way. I don't need to keep it to know it was real. Nothing was lost, just left behind, and I let it be. Not something I'm holding, but something inside me. Maybe leaving is not losing, maybe it's release. Maybe everything we touch finds another kind of peace. Nothing was lost, just left behind, and I understand. It was never something separate, it was always in my hands. And I walk forward. I thought returning meant going back to who I used to be, but something feels different now. Something feels more free. The road has changed its meaning, the distance changed my view, and now I see the place I'm in a softer shade of blue. It's not the same, but that's okay. There's a softer way to return, not rushing back to the start, but carrying what I've learned inside my quiet heart. I don't need to go backwards, I don't need to undo. There's a softer way to return, and I found it in you. And I found it in you. The world feels less demanding, less sharp, less defined. Like I can walk through everything without leaving myself behind. The noise is still around me, but it but nothing feels wrong. There's a softer way to return, and I let it be. Not trying to become who I used to see. Maybe I don't need to fix everything I've known. Maybe I can simply live in the space I've grown. There's a softer way to return, and I understand it's not about the place, it's about who I am, and I keep that with me. I'm back where I started, but I don't feel the same. The streets are all familiar, but I don't see them the same. Something in the quiet distance still lingers in my chest, like I've brought something with me that won't let me forget. I didn't lose anything, I just changed. I'm back, but not the same, and that feels right. I carry a different silence, I carry a softer light. I don't need to explain it, I don't need to prove I'm back, but not the same. And I've learned how to move. The noise returns around me, the world moves fast again, but I don't feel as caught in it as I did back then. There's space inside the motion, there's calm inside the rush. Like I've learned how to hold myself without needing a crutch. Nothing disappeared, it just changed form. I'm back, but not the same, and I let it be. Not trying to become who I used to be. Maybe this is what it means to move in, still remain, to leave in, then return without repeating pain. I'm back, but not the same, and I understand it was never about the place, it was about who I and I find